Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Athletics and Wellness Center on the campus of Earlham College as we bring you Earlham men's basketball here on Radio Troy Digital Sports. We're ready to tip this one off here tonight as the two teams set to do battle here this evening. Great to have you with us for this HCAC contest. It'll be Earlham basketball to get things underway. Blake Bonin along with Isaiah Ware, Tariq El-Dasugi along with Q Rucker, and Daryl Hutchison getting the start tonight for the Quakers in their home whites here this evening. It'll be Rucker with the first shot of the ball game with a layup good, and Earlham on top of this one, 2-0. We'll talk about the Beavers as we go along here tonight as well. Bluffton coming in at 4-2, 0-1 in conference play. Andrew Renner wearing number 10 with the basketball now for the Beavers. He'll be joined in the starting lineup by Desmond Brown, along with number 20, Aaron Rich. That is Rich with the basketball. Turnover for the Beavers. Their first turnover of the ball game. Here's Isaiah Ware for three, and it's good. And the Quakers on top of this one, 5-0 here in the opening half of play. Also in the starting lineup tonight for the Beavers, number 50, Isaiah Taylor, a 6'4 junior. They're not a big basketball team. Again, Taylor, their biggest player, again at 6'4". That is Taylor on the baseline against Hutchison. Throws it up with the left hand, missed it short. Ball is loose and finally picked up by Rucker for the Quakers. Beavers losing to Transylvania the last game, 65-62, snapping their four-game winning streak. Andrew Renner had 18, Aaron Rich had 13 in the loss. Quaker basketball, and we'll talk about the Quakers here after their last contest on the road at Anderson, in which they were beat 91-68. That pass stolen away. And a first turnover for the Quakers here tonight, and it will be Bluffton basketball. Jameel Cosby in the starting lineup. Cosby out of Springfield, Ohio with the basketball. 18 on the shot clock. Entry pass now to Taylor, and a whistle and a foul called against the Quakers. That'll be Daryl Hutchison picking up his first of the night. Transylvania beating the Beavers only by 3 in that contest. Game that really came down to the very end of that game as that shot's going to be missed from the right wing. That'll be Renner missing the shot, the 6'2 junior guard, who leads the team in scoring at 21.7 points per game. Quaker basketball with an early 5-0 lead. Rucker with the basketball out front. Will not give it off now to Ware. Rucker puts it on the floor again, drives and scores, and the Quakers off to a great start tonight, now leading this one 7-0. Bluffton basketball, still trying to get their first points of the ball game. Here's Taylor. Taylor, shot fake, left hand good, and the Beavers get on the board for the first time. You can follow along in live stats and GoEarlham.com throughout today's ball game, and we have a whistle and a timeout. And it looks like maybe the shot clock will have to be reset. It's currently sitting at 29, so they may have to take a few more seconds off the shot clock. Renner leads the team at 21.7 points per game, a very good three-point shooter at 43%, averages 8.8 rebounds. Rucker will get off now to Hutchison. That'll be Tariq El-Dasugi once again, who's been inserted into the starting lineup here today. Rucker on the drive and then turns it over. So the Quakers with another turnover, and we'll head the other way. Entry pass intended underneath for Aaron Rich. Turnover. Here is Hutchison the other way. That'll be blocked out of bounds. It'll stay here with the Quakers with 25 seconds remaining on the shot clock, and a change now for Bluffton. Looks like Ronnie James will come in out of Twinsburg, Ohio, a 5'10 sophomore. Quakers inbound. It'll be Bonin. Of course, Blake has that really quick release, and they know they'll have to cover him up quickly. Rucker sets that screen. Bonin with a three on the way, rims in and out. And the rebound pulled down by Isaiah Taylor. Beavers basketball is there in transition the other way. This will be James. Entry pass down in the low block. Here's Aaron Rich. Rich the turn. Rucker blocks his shot. Ball loose on the floor and picked up by Rucker. And the Quakers back the other way. Quakers defense playing well early. Earlham giving up on the season 73.7 points per game. The opposing teams are shooting at 45%. Here's Ware. Stops, back to Rucker. Jumper on the way, good. Just inside the three-point line, and the Quakers now lead it 9-2, a 7-point lead. Here's Cosby with the basketball. Gives it off now to James. And once again, it'll be Renner out front. James on the right wing gets the screen from Taylor. Stops. Here is Rich with the basketball. Back to Taylor in the low block. Rich just inside the three-point line. A little two-man game on the right side. 7 on the shot clock. Left-hand jump hook no good by Taylor. Here come the Quakers. Quickly, it'll be Ware. Ware spins in the lane, gives it back to Darrell. Darrell's jumper on the way, no good. El Dasugi with the offensive rebound, uses his body, lays it in, and we've got a timeout on the floor. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Earlham 11, Bluffton 2. This is Earlham Basketball and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Some people are born lucky. Other people take luck into their own hands, avoid stepping on sidewalk cracks, and wouldn't dare walk under a ladder. But whether you were born with luck or make your own, when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance today or visit them online at infarmbureau.com to purchase an auto policy. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Well, the Quakers could not have asked for a better start in this one here tonight, and early 12-2 lead. They're going to see that one basket was a three-pointer for the Quakers, so Earlham out to a 10-point lead with 15:24 remaining now here in the first half of play. Here's Cosby. Pull-up jumper baseline, rims in and out. Quakers get the rebound. Isaiah Ware coming out on the run. And Isaiah will bring it across the timeline. Stops top of the key. Blake inside now to Hutchison. Hutchison guarded there by Taylor. Gets cut off on the drive. And it'll be Blake with the basketball out front with 15 on the shot clock. Blake stops. Back to Hutchison. Darrell drives baseline left. And that's going to be an offensive foul on Darrell Hutchison as he runs over the top of Andrew Renner. That'll be a turnover for the Quakers. Coming into the ball game will be Desmond Brown once again for Bluffton, and the Quakers coming now with Kenneth Stallings Jr. So Earlham defensively playing well early. So far giving up just the 2 points, and we've got an offensive foul the other way. Moving screen called on Isaiah Taylor. That'll be the first foul on Bluffton here tonight. So the Quakers will get the basketball back with a 10-point lead here in the first half of plays. Bonin will bring it across the timeline. El Dasugi out front. El Dasugi gives the Quakers an extra rebounder. Nice cut to the basket. Rucker gets the assist. Stallings will get the basket. And the Quakers now on top of this one, 14-2 here in the first half of play. Bluffton basketball. Cosby. Big man steps out. That's Taylor who will hit the three. So Taylor showing his shooting ability from long range. And it's now 14-5 at 14 minutes remaining in the first half. Stallings Jr. with the basketball out of Gary, Indiana. And now a moving screen the other way. And that's going to go against Isaiah Ware. So both teams now with an offensive foul here in the first half. Brevin Dye will come in, a 6'6 junior out of Bedford Heights, Ohio. And coming out of the lineup, Isaiah Taylor again for Bluffton. So they'll get a little bit bigger down low. As Dye at 6'6", 230 pounds. Big body underneath. The stop, the handoff now to Cosby. Cosby loses it. Stolen away by Isaiah Ware. Nope, this is going to be Stallings with the basketball. Back to Bonin. Stallings gets it back, pulls up on the baseline, hits it again. And the Quakers are shooting lights out here in the first half, now leading at 16-5. 13:34 remaining. Bluffton basketball. Good look near side to Renner. Renner looking for an opening off the screen now by Justin Dowdy, or say Justice Dowdy. And we've got a foul caller, and he's stepping out of bounds. It'll be a turnover for Bluffton once again, and the Quakers will get it back here in the first half. 11-point lead for Earlham. That is Bonin across the timeline. Ball tipped. Rucker high to get it at the high post. Ware will give it off now to Stallings at the left elbow. Stallings looking underneath to Rucker. Rucker, nice shot fake, uses the backboard in the rim as protection, and the reverse layup is good, and the Quakers now lead it 18-5. 13:03 remaining. Bluffton basketball once again. Dowdy the kick out into the hands of Dye on the high post. Good look at Renner, swings it left side. Here's Brown on the drive, gets cut off by Ware. Back again to the big fellow. That's Brevin Dye, who can't hit the jump shot. And the Quakers one and done for Bluffton. Here's Stallings, got away with the travel. Stallings stops at the free throw line, back to Rucker, 16 feet away, good. And everything falling, and Bluffton is going to get another timeout. They have used 2 timeouts here in the first half of play, and right now it's all Earlham in this one on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Quakers lead it by 15.
Wish me luck, wish me luck. We've all said it. Thing is, life doesn't run on luck. For most people, it takes careful planning. A lot more than, say, crossing your fingers or toes. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Because as your life changes, your life insurance coverage should do the same. And when it comes to your coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Well, Earlham again, you really can't overemphasize the start they have here tonight. A 15-point lead. And we have 12 minutes and 35 seconds remaining here in the first half of play. So Earlham coming off that loss to Anderson, in which they really didn't shoot very well, and came out of that with a 91-68 loss. They shot only 37% in that loss. Hand off to Renner. Renner, pull up on the baseline, good. Probably had a play just specifically for Renner, trying to get him going. Again, he averages 21.7 points per game. Little half-court press put on here by the Beavers. Rucker drives, lost it in the lane. Jamel Barnes has checked into the lineup now for the Quakers, the guard out of Muncie Central High School. This is Renner, top of the key. Taylor, little high-low underneath now to Dowdy, who lays it in, and 2 straight baskets for Bluffton, and they are now down by 11. Again, you see the zone trap put together, a little 1-2-2 zone trap, just at half court, kind of slowing things down, and I guess we better get rid of that. That was supposed to disappear by now. There we go. There is Rucker out on the high post again for the Quakers. Jamel Barnes will swing it near side to Stallings. Gets cut off on the baseline. Pull-up jumper, no good. Taylor got a piece of him. We've got a whistle and a foul in the backcourt, and I think they may get Stallings on the foul. Earlham fans not happy. They thought Stallings got fouled the first time by Isaiah Taylor, but this will be against Stallings. And I'm not sure if they called a technical here. They may have called a technical on Stallings as well, because it looks like now Isaiah Taylor is going to go to the free throw line, and that will be the case. I did not see what happened down in the corner, but apparently they got Stallings on an intentional foul, and so the free throw is good. And he'll get another one, and I believe Bluffton will also get the basketball. So this is a big turn of events right here for the Beavers. And they've cut that lead now down to 9. And again, it will be Beaver basketball. So a big turn right here for Bluffton. They've scored 6 straight points. So a 6-0 run here for Bluffton. 11:26 remaining now here in the first half. Quakers will peel back. They're going to stay man-to-man at half court. And this is Cosby, who's controlling the basketball now. We'll give it off now to Renner. Renner between the circles, coming off the screen. Taylor, Renner pops it, hits it. Boy, you tell you what, 9 straight points now by the Beavers, and they're right back in this ball game. Only down by 6 here in the first half. Ware crossed the timeline. Beavers able to slow the Quakers down a little bit with that half-court trap. And despite the Quakers getting out to a huge lead, That is now evaporated. Here's Stallings and another moving screen against the Quakers and a turnover, and I think the Quakers may get a timeout right here. We will take a quick timeout as well. It'll be a 30-second timeout on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Quakers lead it by 6.
Since 1994, Beach Automotive has provided motorists in the Richmond area with comprehensive auto repair services that include car and truck care, alignment, brakes, tires, engine, transmission, and more. You'll be hard-pressed to find the same level of expertise that our auto mechanic specialists provide. For a high-performing vehicle, trust Beach Automotive. To learn more, call 765-966-8181. Beach Automotive, 110 East Main Street, Richmond.
10:47 remaining here in the first half of play. And again, following the technical, and then the bucket is become a 9-0 run here for Bluffton. Quakers getting the timeout. Bluffton basketball. Here's Dowdy. On the high post again to Taylor. Taylor swings it right side now to Cosby. Entry on the low post. The spin. The kick again to Taylor off the pass from Dowdy. Shot's going to be blocked, and coming away with it Barnes now for the Quakers. So Earlham trying to get going. They've been a little bit of a drought lately, and coming into the ballgame, Thomas Sanborn for Earlham as Hutchison is checked out of the ballgame for the Quakers. Here's Isaiah Ware, 14 on the shot clock. Ware on the drive, the kick back. It'll be Barnes, top of the key, short, and the rebound by Cosby. Cosby will bring it up the floor himself. Cosby, a little hesitation, drives and scores. And the run continues. It's an 11-0 run put together here by the Beavers. Rucker will find Barnes at the elbow right. Barnes back to the top of the key, will get it to Stallings. Coming off the near side is Sanborn. One dribble, gives it now to Isaiah Ware. Really no post presence now for the Quakers. Here is Stallings, drives, nearly traveled with it, short on the shot. Coming away with it is Renner. Renner slowed up across the timeline. Now to be Cosby. Cosby bouncing near side to Taylor. Taylor with 20 on the shot clock. Looking inside, nothing there for Renner. Kicks it back to Cosby. Pull-up jumper good. They just keep rolling. What just happened for the Quakers is happening now for the Beavers. They're only down by 2. 9:07 to go in the first half. You talk about a change of events. We've seen it right here. A 13-0 run. Stallings with the basketball on the left wing. 14 on the shot clock. Here's Rucker driving baseline against Taylor. And he steps on the end line. Another turnover for Earlham. Coming in the ballgame, Aaron Rich, the 6'5 sophomore out of Greenville, Ohio. And the Quakers make a change as well. Blake is back in. Isaiah Ware will sit down. So 13-0 run, and if they score right here, speaking of Bluffton, it'll be a 15-0 run to tie this ballgame. Here's Renner. Renner bypasses the screen, drives, goes in the corner, back outside now to Brown. The three no good, and the rebound for the Quakers, Jamel Barnes. Barnes will push it up the left sideline, looks to go to the basket, lost it, turnover Quakers. Lead pass off the turnover. Here's Brown the other way, and scores, and all of a sudden it's tied at 20 apiece. A 15-0 run put together now by Bluffton. Here's Barnes, thought about the three, covered up quickly, though, by the Bluffton defense. There's a lob pass inside to Rucker, and he dunks it. So the Quakers finally stopped that run of 15-0 with a dunk by Rucker. Boy, I tell you what, I don't think we have seen an extreme both ways this early in a ball game. Any time, at least lately, is now Bluffton able to get it back inside. The easy basket by Justice Dowdy. And we're tied at 22, 7:40 to go here in the first half. Blake inside to Stallings. Stallings draws the double team. Somebody was open. It'll be Rucker down the lane. Rucker high off the glass, and he's going to be fouled. So we will go to the free throw line, and Rucker will be in there for 2 shots. Rucker, the 6'5 transfer. Out of Cincinnati, Ohio, the free throw's up and good, and the Quakers now lead it by 1. El Dasugi back in now for the Quakers, and checking in for Bluffton will be Jared Wentling. He is out of Cary, Ohio, a 6'3 senior, and he wears number 23. Second free throw is up and good, and the Quakers lead it by 2. And we're going to see the freshman Connor Hubbard, the 6'10 freshman out of Osgood, Indiana, played at Jack Sandell High School. Quakers showing a little trap here as well, a little 2-2-1. They'll try to slow things down for the Beavers. Good news about doing something like this, you make the opposing team use some time off that shot clock as well, so they don't have as much time to set up in the half court. Basketball in the hands of Cosby. Right side now to Dowdy. Rich will give it up once again to Brown. Brown will drive inside, layup good. Nice pass to Wentling. And we go back and forth. We're tied again at 24. Good balanced scoring when you look at Renner at 21.7, Rich at 11.5, Cosby 11.2, and Taylor at 10.5. Skip pass in the corner. Here's Barnes, gets the screen from El Dasugi. Barnes will bypass it the remainder of the way. High post. Hubbard down to El Dasugi, and El Dasugi will go to the line. Now we wait to see who the foul is on for Bluffton. So El Dasugi at the line now. 6'3 junior, played his high school basketball at Brebeuf. And the Quakers now lead it 25-24. 6:36 remaining here in the first half. Second free throw by El Dasugi is short, and it'll be Beaver basketball. We haven't been on an odd, even situation in some time, so we'll get a chance here to see if the Beavers can take the lead. Fell down early in this one by 15 and then rattled off 15 of their own. Here's Cosby. Cosby on the drive against Barnes, left it short. Hubbard with a rebound, takes it away from Cosby, and a whistle and a foul against Cosby. 6'10 center there, Connor Hubbard doing his job on the rebound. Back in the lineup will be Andrew Renner, team's leading scorer. And what we saw the Quakers do to slow things down against Bluffton. Bluffton now a little 1-2-2 zone trap as well. Bonin will go to the middle of the floor, and the Quakers turn it over. Pass intended for Barnes. And the look on Jason Polikoff's face will tell it all, and then a turnover by Taylor. Back the other way, El Dasugi losing it. It goes out of bounds, and it will stay with the Quakers. So both teams having some early turnover issues here in the first half as well, and some of those not even forced turnovers, just losing the basketball or a really bad pass. Barnes back out to El Dasugi. Hubbard trying to post it up on the near block. They'll go back to Ware. His three-pointer rims in and out, and the rebound Taylor. As close as you could get to making the shot and having green. Shot from 18, good, just inside the three-point line. And the Beavers now take a 26-25 lead. Skip pass will find Ware. Ware drives, stops in the lane, gives it back to El Dasugi, though was tipped off the hand of Cosby, and it'll be Bonin now to the near elbow. He's working one-on-one against Brown. Hubbard on the high post. Boy, I tell you what, Barnes had that backdoor cut. They bypassed it. Here's a 17-footer by Ware, no good, and the rebound by Taylor for the Beavers. Beavers have a chance now to build on their lead under the 5-minute mark here in the first half. Renner takes the screen, drives to the basket with the left hand, missed. Offensive rebound put back, no good by Dowdy. Here come the Quakers again. It'll be Ware quickly pushing the ball, takes it down the lane, feeds to El Dasugi. He loses it. Bonin in the corner, quick release, good for 3. And the Quakers lead it by 2. Good look at Cosby as he brings it across the timeline, gets the high screen from Dowdy. The drive off the glass and good. Cosby high off the backboard, tied at 28. 4:17 remaining. Half-court trap again. There's Ware driving. Boy, had a wide-open layup. Gives it to El Dasugi, and he missed it. Ware had the wide-open left-hand layup, and he bypassed it. Back the other way. Here's Cosby. We'll find Brown outside now to Taylor for three. The big man shooting from the top of the key. Missed that one short. And the Quakers have the basketball under the 4-minute mark remaining in the first half. 21 seconds on the shot clock. Blake with the basketball to the near side. El Dasugi along with Hubbard on the high post. A lot of physical activity going on as Taylor coming in there as well. Blake will drive, takes it into the far corner. 8 on the shot clock. Skip pass. Here is Hubbard back to Blake. Launches the three. No good. And the rebound eventually lays into the hands of Justice Dowdy. Not a good set that time for the Quakers. Quick entry pass intended for Taylor, and the foul will be called on Hubbard. Quakers now have the 6th team foul of the first half. Stallings is back in. Rucker has come in for the Quakers. Ronnie James coming in, the 5'10 sophomore from Twinsburg, Ohio, will check in now for the Beavers. Tied at 28, 3:20 to go in the first half. Renner will inbound the basketball on the baseline. Still 26 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Plenty of time. Off the screen is James. Here's Taylor. They'll hand it off to the near side to Brown. Brown, top of the key, Renner. He comes out firing and hits it. A three-point bucket for Renner. And the Beavers take a 31-28 lead here in the first half of play. There's that 1-2-2 zone trap once again. This will really slow you down. And looks like we may have an issue with the shot clock again. It is at 30 seconds. See how many seconds they will take off the clock here. This is about the third time we've had an issue with the shot clock here in the first half. So once they get that fixed, we'll be underway again. So they put it to 23, so they'll say 7 seconds came off the clock, and then the ball nearly hits Rucker in the face, gets it back, drives and misses, but a foul call against Isaiah Taylor. Well, that was a disaster off the inbound. It will be Taylor. Somehow Rucker able to get the basketball back, and will go to the free throw line. Rucker averaging 7.2 points per game. Blake Bonin, by the way, leading the Quakers at 11.2. Back to a 2-point lead. Coming into the ball game once again for the Beavers will be Justice Dowdy. Darrell at 11 points, 5.2 rebounds. Jamel Barnes at 8 points, 4.6 rebounds. Second free throw is good. The leader in rebounds for the Quakers is El Dasugi at 5.3 per game. 2:45 to go in the first half. Quakers down by 1. Good look up front to Dowdy. Receiving is Wentling. Wentling driving with the left hand, scores, and it's back to a 3-point lead. Wentling a couple of baskets off the bench tonight for the Beavers. Stallings across the timeline. Here's Blake with the basketball out front. Near side to Ware. 2:24 to go in the first half. 17 on the shot clock. Bonin can have that quick release, but James covers him up quickly. Here's Rucker behind the back dribble. Drives in the lane. Rucker scores. Q Rucker having a good first half for the Quakers. Beavers quickly get it back across midcourt. Wentling looked inside. Nothing there. It'll be Brown. Entry pass down low is Dowdy. Dowdy inside against Stallings and scores against the double team. The shooting percentage continues to go up for Bluffton after a cold start. Beavers down 20-5 at one point, then scored 15 straight, and we've gone back and forth ever since. And now the Beavers have the lead. Here's Blake on the drive. Rucker from 3 off the front of the rim, and the rebound by Desmond Brown. Beavers will push this one quickly. James across the timeline. Here's Dowdy out front. Renner with the basketball at the right elbow against El Dasugi. Takes the screen, stops, gives it back once again to Wentling. Wentling down to the low post to Dowdy. Pull-up jumper over Stallings, nothing but net. And it's a 5-point lead. You consider it's been a 20-point swing for Bluffton since the beginning of this ball game. Quakers against the zone trap again will now walk it across the timeline. Here's Isaiah Ware, the screen by Rucker. Ware drives and scores. Nice move by Isaiah Ware. Got through the double team up front and able to get the bucket. Bluffton wasting no time. Here's Wentland, top of the key. Wentling goes right side now to Brown. Wentling receives off Dowdy. Wentling shoots and misses everything and almost saved from going out of bounds by Dowdy. But it will be Quaker basketball with 41.8 seconds remaining here in the first half. 37-34, Bluffton with a lead. Bluffton will get the basketball back depending on what the situation will be on this possession. There's about an 11-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. Stallings at the left elbow. Bonin at the top now will swing it to the left elbow as he clears everyone out. Rucker to set the screen. Blake will drive baseline. Nearly goes out of bounds. Gets it to Stallings. His jumper no good. 13 seconds. Ball loose. Picked up there by Brown. Brown driving down the lane. Stripped out of his hands. And wait a minute. A whistle and a timeout called by the official as a player down. That was Ronnie James. And that's probably a good call simply for the fact that they didn't want James to get run over, not knowing what was coming at him. I know the Quaker fans don't like that call, but for the safety of James, they had to make sure he was off the floor. 6.2 remaining. I know Coach Polycop doesn't like it as well. His team was out on the run and looked like they had numbers on the fast break, but unfortunately the injury stopped him. Now, a lot of people feel they probably should have stopped it when Bluffton had the basketball. Here's Rucker on the drive. 2 seconds remaining. Rucker powers it up and misses it, but he's going to go to the line for two. So Rucker can finish it off positive here for the Quakers and pull them to within one with no time on the clock here in the first half. So here is Rucker at the line. We'll have those first half stats for you coming up after our halftime break. Bluffton will have to have a couple of players there on the line. I guess they don't have to. I don't know if the college rules are different than high school. It didn't really matter. They can't do anything with it. In fact, if I'm Rucker, I'd rather have those two guys standing there instead of being there all by yourself, because that's a rather unusual situation when you're standing there and everybody's watching you and there's nobody there with you. Well, now they put .1 on the clock, which really doesn't matter too much. First one is missed because you can't do anything at .1. So the second free throw for Rucker. He's on the way, so he gets one of two. It'll be a 2-point ball game, and we will go to the locker room on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard in a game that has gone back and forth and a lot of twists and turns. Bluffton on top, 37-35 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard.
Big Boys Pizza is now open in Richmond, located at 1015 East Main Street, next door to the Civic Theater. The menu has great sandwiches, pasta, salads, and of course, pizza. Come dine in, carry out, or have your food delivered day or night, at home or at the office. Other locations are in Connorsville and Brookville. Bring in a sports ticket after any game and receive 10% off your purchase. Ticket must be dated for the same day as your purchase. Dine in, take out, or delivery. Big Boys Pizza. 765-488-0023. Kate's Cages is the #1 indoor training facility for baseball and softball in Richmond by far. With top flight instructors, you will learn how to play the game the right way. Everything from pitching, hitting, catching, and fielding. Kate's Cages will also have the opportunity to participate in triple play fall ball, the softball academy, individual and team camps, and individual private workouts. Kate's Cages Baseball and Softball Indoor Training Facility, 1366 Rose City Boulevard. Call 993-2353 for more information.
We check 'em better. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle is fully inspected and reconditioned by ASE and factory trained technicians. And each Better Buy vehicle comes with a Carfax vehicle history report, so you know you can buy a vehicle with confidence. We back 'em better with a 3-day satisfaction guarantee. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified comes with a 3-day or 300-mile satisfaction guarantee. If you don't like it within that 3 days or 300 miles, just bring it back and we'll exchange it for a vehicle of equal value. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile warranty. We price them better. We have dedicated individuals searching the entire country for the highest quality, lowest price vehicles for our inventory. In today's competitive market, we're constantly monitoring vehicle values to ensure that we're offering the best prices possible. We guarantee that every Wetzel Better Buy vehicle is the highest quality used car or truck around. Our reconditioning process guarantees that you are getting a vehicle as close to brand new as possible, and our warranties back that up.
At First Bank Richmond, we provide you with an excellent banking experience. Whether it's personal checking, savings, mortgage loans, consumer loans, retail lending, or trust and investments, you can count on First Bank Richmond. First Bank Richmond has been serving the Richmond area since 1887. For more information, give them a call at 962-2581 or go to their website at firstbankrichmond.com. Georgia Direct is your one-stop source for floor coverings and decorating ideas for remodeling a home, office, kitchen, or bathroom. Their showroom offers quality products from Mohawk, Shaw, Armstrong, Craft-Made, and many more. They proudly offer Richmond the best quality and variety of home design solutions at competitive prices. At Georgia Direct, their goal is to deliver an outstanding customer experience from selection through installation. Georgia Direct Carpets and Cabinets, 5200 National Road East, Richmond. Are you looking for the right place to work out? A place where you have several choices and can have fun at the same time? Well, that place is right here in Richmond, Family Fitness Works. Family Fitness Works has spinning, Zumba, kickboxing, core works, kick fit, body pump, body flow, and much, much more. And don't forget, Family Fitness Works also has Richmond's most extensive free weights and Nautilus in the area. Check out their website at familyfitness.com or stop by at 213 North 3rd Street in Richmond.
For the past 35 years, Van Vliet Insurance has built a reputation of bringing a personal touch. That's because at Van Vliet, it's all about you, your needs, your life, and our town. Along with providing quality coverage to individuals, families, and local businesses, we're proud of our community and the opportunity we have to protect your future within it. Van Vliet Insurance, an Erie Insurance representative. Hometown professionals at work for you.
We are back here at the Athletics and Wellness Center. Halftime score 37-35, and we have gone back and forth. I tell you, when you go back to the beginning of this game where the Quakers got out to a huge lead. They were leading by 15 at one point at 20-5, and then here come the Beavers. They score 15 unanswered, tie the ball game, and as I said, we've gone back and forth ever since. Let's run down the first half numbers. First off, for the Beavers, team-wise, they shot 55% in the first half. They were 16 of 29, 3 of 7 from three-point range, good enough for 43%. Also, another number, 7 turnovers in the first half, 12 total rebounds, only 1 offensive board in the first half, and 12 bench points leading the way. They also ended up with 5 steals and 7 assists. Individually, Renner with 10, Cosby with 6, Brown with 2, Dowdy with 8, Wentling with 4, and Taylor with 7 in the first half. They were led in rebounding with Taylor 4, Dowdy with 3. For the Quakers in the first half, they shot 52%. It's been a while since we have seen both teams shoot plus 50% in the first half. The Quakers were 13 of 25 in three-point range, 3 of 9 for 33%. They were 6 of 8 from the line, 9 turnovers in the first half. Quakers finished with 12 rebounds, and 2 of those were offensive. Only 4 bench points, and generally the Quakers get a lot of bench points, but not so far today. They had 2 blocks, 5 steals, and 8 assists in the first half. In the scoring department, first half, Q Rucker had a great first half, 7 of 8 shooting, 5 of 6 from the line. He finished with 20 points, the only player in double figures for the Quakers. Stallings Jr. with 4, Ware with 5, El Dasugi with 3, Blake Bonin with 3, Barnes, Sandburn, Hutchison, and Hubbard all played. Did not score in the first half. By the way, Darrell only took 2 shots in that first half of play. We will take another timeout, get you caught up on what's happening in college basketball and other NBA scores and such in just a couple of moments. Your halftime score, Bluffton 37, Earlham 35. This is Earlham basketball on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
I got this.
I got this.
I got this.
At Harrington Hogue, we believe your life belongs to you. That's why we work hard to make sure that your insurance coverage is the last thing you have to worry about. So when it comes to keeping you protected,
We got this.
Hey, this is Steve, and out at Jiffy Lube the other day, a customer came in and said, Steve, this was my 100th oil change on this car, and you've done them all.
Hi, my name is George Farrell, and I've been coming to Jiffy Lube for over 14 years. I recently just had my 100th oil change. I'd like to thank Steve Funkhauser and his staff for the great service that they've provided me over the years. Thank you to all, and I would recommend anyone to come to Jiffy Lube to get their car serviced.
Jiffy Lube, #1 in customer satisfaction for a reason.
Finding just the right used car can be a daunting task unless you shop at Tony's Car Sales in Richmond. Hi, this is Troy Naragowski. I can guarantee you one thing. Tony's professional staff will help you every step of the way without all that pressure of buying a new car. Hey, I bought my last 2 cars from Tony's, and it has been a great experience every time. Tony's has lots of one-owner cars, SUVs, and trucks ready for you today. Tony's Car Sales, 250 National Road West in Richmond.
Our community. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we play. At West End Bank, we're not just in the community, we're a part of the community. And that's why we support over 100 programs for local nonprofits and schools, including our financial literacy program that positively impacts countless students throughout the area. You bank locally, so we give back locally to watch people grow with endless possibilities.
Little Sheba's Restaurant and Zini's Place. Come join us in Richmond at 175 Fort Wayne Avenue or at our newest location in Centerville at 129 East Main Street. Grab one of our gourmet pizzas, a deluxe sandwich, steak or fresh salad, and an ice-cold beer or your favorite wine. Featuring live music every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday, plus more in our smoke-free environment. 10% discount with a valid student ID. It's better than being home. Mancino's is family-friendly, serving fresh grinders, pizza, pasta, and salads daily. They serve great food priced for family budgets. And whether it's one of their homemade grinders, salads, or pizza, there's sure to be something for everyone in your family. Our baking process may cost a little more and take more time, but the end result of freshness and flavor make the real difference in all of Mancino's award-winning products. Mancino's of Richmond. Give them a call at 966-1161 or go to their website, Mancino'sofRichmond.com. We're back here at the Athletics and Wellness Center. Let's get you caught up on college basketball tonight. #1 Gonzaga, they play later this evening against Washington. #3 Duke is leading Hartford in the second half, 40-31. In the first half, #13 Texas Tech now leading Arkansas Pine Bluff 29-18. #14 North Carolina will be hosting North Carolina Wilmington tonight. That's a 9 o'clock tip-off time. 15th rated Virginia Tech all over VMI 56-23 in the second half. Also in the second half, number 17 Buffalo leading Lemoyne 49-42. At halftime in the Big Ten, 19th rated Ohio State losing at Illinois 38-34. Number 21 Temple is Temple is at number 21 Villanova later tonight, and number 24 Nebraska, they will play at Minnesota. Women's college basketball tonight, Stetson now upsetting number 9 Tennessee in the third quarter, 42-31. It's number 10 North Carolina State on top of Hampton, 83-51. 14th rated Minnesota, they're now winning over Illinois Wesleyan 75-39. That is now a final. 16th rated Syracuse all over Maryland Eastern Shore 76-45. 16th rated Iowa now leading Iowa State 11-4. It is Northwestern on top of number 20 DePaul 21-15, and number 22 South Carolina leading Appalachian State 65-33. You are now caught up on all the college basketball going on tonight. A good one going here in Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference basketball as Earlham trailing Bluffton on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. 37-35 your second half. Coming up in just a moment right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
New Vision Sports is a training program that focuses on the training and improvement of the serious-minded athlete, including all ages and skill levels. From creating customized workout plans to providing ongoing motivation and support, New Vision strives to help you achieve your training goals. Their trainers use a variety of effective workout plans based on your specific goals. New Vision Sports, 977-5831, or go to their website, newvisionsports.com. That's New Vision Sports with a Z.
As an internet service provider, Parallax Systems offers reliable residential high-speed internet service and business service. With a fiber backbone reaching over 150 miles, we have created a multifaceted delivery system. Our dark fiber leasing has proved beneficial to public and private sectors alike. Parallax serves Wayne County and surrounding areas. Parallax Systems, when speed matters, a division of Richmond Power and Light.
Best One Tire and Service has been committed to our partners since 1948. With more than 250 locations in 26 states, Best One puts over 1 million tires on the road every year. Superior tires, expert service, competitive prices. Best One Tire and Service, where the best costs less.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark with Best One of Richmond. Because Best One is one of Bridgestone's largest retailers, we offer exclusive Bridgestone savings. Visit us in Richmond to save on Bridgestone tires today.
Hey, tonight's game being brought to you in part by Best Western Classic of Richmond. There's one clear place to stay if you're visiting the Richmond area. That's the Best Western Classic. At the Best Western Classic of Richmond, you get the most amenities available, including indoor pool, fitness center, conference space, free buffet breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and, of course, a clean, quiet, comfortable room. Best Western Classic of Richmond, located at 533 West Eaton Pike. Well, you know by now all the adjustments made at halftime. We'll see what the Quakers have done. Still in this ball game, trying to avoid going to 0-2 in the HCAC. Quakers after tonight will be back here on Saturday. I do believe it is Manchester for a 4 o'clock start time. That will be a men's and women's doubleheader. We'll have the women's game first and the men's game following that one. So another big one against Manchester. By the way, right now, Hanover, Rose, Transylvania, Mount St. Joe, and Anderson all at 1-0 in the conference. And then Bluffton, Earlham, Franklin, Manchester, and Defiance all at 0-1 heading into tonight's action. Earlham also trying to avoid a 1-6 start to begin this season. I think they really felt they were going to be better than this, but they just haven't been able to put some things together so far this season. So here we go, and again, you can follow along live stats and all Earlham information on GoEarlham.com. Beavers basketball. They'll work it around now to Renner. Renner pulls up. He gets hammered. No whistle. Taylor with a rebound. The kick out. Here's Cosby for 3. That's way short. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Taylor. Well, if you're Andrew Renner, you're probably wondering how that wasn't a foul. It's probably a good question. I'm not sure. Looked like there was plenty of contact. but no whistle, so the Quakers will have it. Ware to Rucker, 20 points in the first half. See if Rucker can keep it going in the second half for the Quakers. Here's Ware and another moving screen. They got Blake Bonin on the moving screen. That's about, 3 or 4 we have seen here tonight on both teams. And the official said the one thing he doesn't want him to do is hold his elbows out the way he did. You got to keep your arms in close to your body or it's going to be an offensive foul. So Bluffton basketball for the second time here tonight. Here's Brown on the near side, the screen by Taylor. Taylor in the post-up against Hutchison. Taylor powers his way underneath the basket. Layup good. Taylor with the basket. And Taylor now has 9. Renner leads the team with 10. Quakers down by 4. 19 minutes remaining in the second half. El Disugi with the basketball. Here's Hutchison. The crossover to the right hand. Can't get it by Taylor. Quakers will get it back again to Hutchison on the baseline. His shot up and good. And they need that from Darrell. Scoreless in the first half. Give the assist to Isaiah Ware. And once again, it'll be Beaver basketball. Here's Cosby, top of the key, near side, once again to Brown. Low post to Taylor. Taylor with the left hand in the lane. Shot fake, took the extra step, comes back and traveled with it. Yeah, he got away with the first one, but not the second one. So turnover again for the Beavers. That'll be their 9th turnover. The Quakers have 10 turnovers in tonight's game. So it will be Quaker basketball. El Disugi in the backcourt now will move on down. The Quakers have Ware to the right, El Disugi on the left side. Here's the handoff as Ware drives, and we've got a blocking foul against the Beavers. That'll go against Aaron Rich, the 6'5 sophomore. These two teams split the meetings they had last year. Bluffton won the first game in a close one, 81-78, and then the Quakers won the second contest, 76-63. Inbound Rucker. Rucker, one dribble, powers it up and can't get it off the front of the rim, and the rebound by Isaiah Taylor. Here's Cosby. Cosby stops it with a dribble, kicks it back now to Brown, back to Cosby. Cosby driving, got away with a shove off, nothing there. Dowdy receives and kicks it back outside. Once again, here's Brown. Renner with the basketball at the left elbow. El Disugi on the screen. Cuts underneath that screen. Entry pass will find Dowdy. Dowdy with the left hand, and he was able to use the rim for protection against Rucker and able to lay it in with the left hand. It's now a 4-point lead again for the Beavers. Ball loose at midcourt. Diving on the floor is Renner. Another turnover, the Quakers. Here's Brown. He will find Cosby. Back out to Renner for 3. Got it. Big bucket. And the Quakers, I think, are going to get a timeout. And for head coach Jason Polikoff, he is not a happy camper with his basketball team the way they were sloppy with the ball that time. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Bluffton on top of this one, 44-37.
At the Reed Orthopedic Center, our physicians and support team devote themselves to helping you return to a healthy and active lifestyle. Our expertise includes shoulder, elbow, foot, ankle, hand, wrist, hip, and knee injuries, as well as pain management and rehabilitation, and school athletic training programs and sports medicine. We are committed to providing you with the best possible orthopedic treatment that we can. To request an appointment at the Reed Orthopedic Center, call 765-935-8905.
Well, the Quakers getting sloppy with the basketball now, 11 turnovers, and boy, if they start getting to around 20, they're going to be in trouble here tonight. Bluffton will make you pay for it. And that's exactly what happened on that last possession in the three-pointer by Renner. And the Quakers find themselves down by 7. That's their biggest deficit of the night after having a 15-point lead. Rucker spins, and the defender goes down. No whistle, and Rucker scores easily. Rucker now with 22 points. Beaver fans that showed up here today wanted an offensive foul. Cosby will give it off now to Renner. Entry pass down low to Dowdy. Dowdy, one dribble, back to Renner. Renner with the left hand, kicks back to Dowdy. Top of the key 3, rims in and out, no good. And the rebound, Hutchison. Quick outlet pass will find Bonin. Blake hands off now to Hutchison. Drives in, gets bumped, and scores! And he is fouled. Boy, good body control by Daryl Hutchison. And they're going to need his points here in the second half after going scoreless in the first half. The lead down to 3 at 16:33 remaining. Fouls are going to be called against Isaiah Taylor, and that is going to be his third. And Hutchison at the line for the free throw, missed it short, and the Renner with a rebound. And the Quakers remain down by 3 here in the second half. Renner coming off that screen, pulls up from 15, hangs in the air and hits it. Boy, Renner, good hang time. Now a 5-point lead. Renner now with 15 points. He and Dowdy in double figures, 15 and 10 respectively. Here's El Dasugi at the left elbow. 2 dribbles, and then Bonin is cutting to the baseline. The pass goes to the concession stand. Turnover for the Quakers. That's costly. Quakers have got to cut down on the turnovers. You don't want to give Bluffton any more possessions than they've already had in this one here tonight. 16 minutes remaining. Here's Renner again, 3-pointer. Boy, I tell you, that's a beautiful shot by Renner. He is a shooter and a scorer. He now has 18 points. 7 of 10 shooting now by Renner. Quaker basketball down by 8. That now is the biggest deficit for the Quakers. Darrell at the left elbow. Gives it back now to Isaiah. Swings it El Dasugi. El Dasugi inside the 3-point line. Back to Bonin way out front. The screen by Rucker. Blake on the left-hand drive. Finds Ware. Ware stops. Back to Blake at 1 on the shot clock. No. And the rebound by Cosby. Here come the Beavers again. Stopping near side is Brown. Back now to Cosby. Chance to get this lead into double figures for the Beavers after trailing by 15 early. Renner against El Dasugi. Gets the screen now by Dowdy. In the ballgame now is Mandel Ransaw out of Cleveland, Ohio. Renner, fadeaway jumper, good. It's a 2-point basket, and Renner's on fire. He has come out stroking here in the second half. He now has 20 on 8 for 11 shooting, 4 for 4 from 3-point range. It's a 25-point swing. Driving is Hutchison, and he'll lay it in. And we've got a timeout on the floor. 14:40 remaining in the second half on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Quakers down by 8.
For over 30 years, Reynolds Plumbing has been keeping the Richmond-Wayne County area running. Whether on commercial properties, restaurants, or residential, they've done quality plumbing, heating, and air work for thousands of customers. In a small town, a company like theirs cannot stay in business for as long as they have without being very good at what they do. It's not just about quality work, it's about customer service. If that's the kind of experience you want on your next plumbing or HVAC job, then Reynolds Plumbing has you covered. Call Reynolds Plumbing today at 966-0994.
By the way, you mentioned Renner has 20, Dowdy 10 now for Bluffton. The Quakers led Rucker with 22, the only player in double figures for the Quakers, as Jason Polikoff calling the 1-minute timeout to talk to his ball club. Let me remind you, today's game brought to you by your Richmond area Subways. Each day of the week, you can get a different 6-inch sub with no artificial flavors or colors, only $3.50. Every Tuesday, oven-roasted chicken. Wednesday, the turkey breast. And Thursday, the Italian BMT. Treat yourself at Subway. 4 locations in Richmond and Hagerstown. Subway, eat fresh. Well, you look back at this, we mentioned that lead got to 10. When you consider the Quakers had a 15-point lead early in this ball game, a 25-point swing in favor of Bluffton. By the way, Jamel Barnes has checked back in the ball game. His responsibility now is to guard Andrew Renner. Going to try to slow Renner down. High post, Ransaw. Ransaw, 6'5", and a senior out of Cleveland, Ohio. On the drive, here is Cosby. Back again to Ransaw, deep in the corner, shot no good. Renner this time missing. Here come the Quakers back the other way. Bonin skip pass, Hutchison shot fake, and that'll be a blocking foul on Ransaw out of Cleveland, Ohio. That'll be the 3rd team foul now on the Beavers. And the Quakers again will inbound once they get the foul call correct. I'm not sure what numbers he was showing. It didn't look like he was showing 34, but it is 34 on the scoreboard. Quakers inbound. Here's Hutchison. Ransaw guarding Darrell. Darrell spins using that big body, lays it in, and he's fouled. Well, Ransaw, there's no way he's going to guard Darrell. Darrell just too strong. We mentioned Taylor has 3 fouls. Their other choice might be Brevin Dye, the 6'6 junior, 230. They're going to bring Aaron Rich into the ball game. And coming out of the game will be Ransaw. So now the lead back to 6. Let's see if the senior from Indianapolis can make it a 5-point ball game right here as he'll step to the line, and he does. Quakers, by the way, shooting 56%. Bluffton shooting 56%. Bluffton basketball. Good look on the high post to Rich. Rich the handoff now to Cosby. Pull-up shot on the way, rims in and out. Darrell with a rebound. Quick outlet pass to Blake Bonin. He'll find Rucker. Rucker on the drive, little European step in the lane, and he's going to be fouled. So Q Rucker will go to the line. Rucker 5 of 6 from the free throw line tonight, 22 points. 13:46 remaining. And the Quakers back to within 4. Coming into the ball game now will be Jared Wentling. And out of the game, Aaron Rich. He didn't last very long. Rich, by the way, just picked up his 4th foul, and that might be why. By the way, he and Taylor in foul trouble. Second free throw is good, and the Quakers back to within 3. So this thing continues to swing back and forth. 13:40 remaining. Gowdy will go near side now to Brown. Entry pass in the low block, Dowdy. Dowdy against Rucker. One dribble, stops, and has to reset it out front. Now to Brown. Brown with a left-hand drive against Ware. Bad pass. Nearly throwing it away. Picked up by Renner. Renner will drive, and they're going to call it an offensive foul. I don't think it was Renner, but yeah, they're going to say Renner got away with thought he got away with a shove off. Renner is asking why. They're going to say extended that left arm, and a turnover again for the Beavers. 13:20 to go in the second half. So Quaker basketball. Chance to tie with a 3 right here as Bonin will bring it across the 10-second line. Ware on the high post to Rucker. They'll cross. Rucker back to Barnes. Lob pass now for Hutchison. They'll clear out. Hutchison on the drive. Layup good, and they can't stop Darrell now. Hutchison now in double figures with 11, and the Beavers will call a timeout. Quakers right back in this one on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Quakers down by 1.
As Earlhamites, when we set our minds to do something, we see it through.
Because when we strive to do what's right,
we believe ways will open for us.
It's why we design inclusive playgrounds and innovative transportation solutions.
Why we work to solve water crises and pioneer new technology.
Why we commit to bridging gaps and exploring the unexpected.
It's why we stay curious.
Why we insist on better answers.
Because at Earlham,
we don't see the world as a project. We see it as our purpose.
And we recognize our own potential in making this earth more beautiful,
more just,
and more peaceful for everyone.
Earlham College.
Always moving forward.
Well, you see the Quakers talking about this run they just made right back in this ball game. We talked about the 25-point swing going one way, and then all of a sudden, Quakers coming back. They were down by 10, and now they made it a 1-point ball game. Rucker with 24, Hutchison 11 points, all in the second half. By the way, Darrell has only played 12 minutes in his ball game, has 11 points. Rucker's played 23 minutes, has 24 points. They've been the 2 most efficient players so far here tonight for the Quakers. So it will be Bluffton basketball after the quick timeout. That is Desmond Brown, the 5'10 point guard for the Beavers. Here's Renner, guarded by Barnes. Renner drives, kisses it off the glass, and good, and Renner comes right back. Barnes tried to take the offensive foul, but no whistle. They say play on. Rucker across the 10-second line. Quaker set it up now to Bonin out front. Barnes to the left, and Rucker on the high post. Hutchison at the top of the key. Here's Ware. Ware takes the handoff, goes to Barnes. Quick pass inside to Rucker, loses it, throws it back to Barnes, and that'll be an over and back. So the Quakers turn it over. Now, Rucker really just make the catch and then turn. Got to make the catch first as the Quakers turn it over for the 13th time here tonight. 10 turnovers by Bluffton, 13 now by the Quakers. Nice entry pass. Losing it was Brown. And now with 22 on the shot clock, good look now at Cosby. Cosby stops, pops, misses short. Rebound, Hutchison loses it right into the hands of Cosby, and he lays it in. Quakers back the other way. Here's Barnes, throws it up, and he's going to get fouled. And he'll go to the line for 2. The foul called on Wentling as the Quakers really get down the floor quickly following the made basket by the Beavers. $11:53 remaining. And here's Barnes at the line. Boy, Darrell has played well in this second half. We said if they're going to get back in this thing, they're going to need him as the product out of Muncie Central High School. Jamel Barnes unable to connect on the first. As he will get one more, all the other 4 Quaker players are back in their half court ready for defensive duty as Barnes will set up for number 2 and gets this one. And's back now to a 4-point lead. So Bluffton basketball. See, the Quakers can force a couple of turnovers here as Cosby hands it off now to Brown. Brown the crossover. Would have had the double team there, but he bypasses back to Cosby. Out on the high post is Dowdy. Dowdy will find Renner. Back to Dowdy. Thought about the shot, covered up by Rucker. Dowdy in the lane, tries to turn. Fadeaway jumper, short. Rebound, Rucker. Good defense by the Quakers. Rucker brings it out himself. Rucker stops, back out to Blake, and that's where the Quakers will set it up. Here's Barnes. Barnes, lob pass to Rucker. Rucker starts to pull up on the jumper, stripped out of his hands by Dowdy. So Rucker not strong with the basketball, and the Quakers turned it over again. That's 15 turnovers now by Earlham. Here's Renner with the basketball. The handoff on the top here is Dowdy. Stops, fires, and hits it. Nobody stepped up and guarded him there. That was about a half a weave that time, and Dowdy saw the opening, just stopped it, hit the easy jumper, and the Quakers down by 7. 10:46 to go. Isaiah dribbles into the circle. Here's Blake in the corner. Barnes, shot on the way, no. And the rebound, Renner for Bluffton. Quakers got to within 1. Here come the Beavers again. Brown underneath now to Dowdy. Dowdy looking for an opening. Here's Renner for 3, no. And the rebound by Brown, they say, though what? They're going to call that on Blake Bonin. Blake, they're going to say, backed into the rebound. Really looked like it might have been over the back on Desmond Brown. Now you can reach up over the top of a player, but that looked like there was some contact on that one. So Jason Polikoff kind of wondering why that went against Blake Bonin. 10:24 to go in the second half. Fresh shot clock for the Beavers. Good look left side to Brown at the elbow. Gowdy at the top. They're going to find Renner. Renner guarded there by Barnes. The screen. Renner down the lane. Contact. Can't get it to go. Rucker and Barnes. It'll be Barnes for the rebound for the Quakers. Quick outlet pass to Hutchison. Hutchison drives in. Offensive foul. There will be no basket on that one. They get Darrell. Now, one thing about, we've talked about this before, and if you look at basketball today, what you'd really like to have seen Darrell do there is maybe pull up on a mid-range jumper instead of driving in, because you're generally going to find yourself getting an offensive foul, and if more players just pull up jumper off the glass, hit that little 12, 13-footer, you're going to get a little more success. But players now either shoot the 3 or drive in. Bluffton basketball, 14 on the shot clock. Here's Renner between the circles, and Barnes will guard him. Wentling will set the screen. There's an offensive foul. Again, Renner shoving off with the left hand. Good job by Barnes. We have seen several offensive fouls and moving screens here tonight. That will be the third foul. Is that number 3 now on Renner? Nope, only number 2. Quaker basketball. Here's Ware right in front of the Earlham bench. Back now to Barnes. 9:24 to go in the second half. Ware once again at the top of the key will find Blake. Blake guarded there by Renner. Now will slide to the left. Bypasses the screen. Hutchison will drive in and misses the shot. Rebound Rucker. Put back no. Rebound Rucker. And wait a minute. We will have what? Well, we had a player down, and they're going to call the foul on Dowdy. That's kind of an interesting call because Dowdy was down on the floor just trying to keep from getting stepped on. So Rucker will go to the line now for the Quakers. That is team foul number 9 now on Bluffton. We will now see Isaiah Taylor come in. He has had to sit for a while because of foul trouble. So Taylor is back in. Taylor has 3 fouls. Rich has 4 fouls. For the Quakers, Hutchison has 3. The only player in foul trouble now for the Quakers. 9:05 remaining now here in the second half. And Rucker misses the free throw, front end of the 1-and-1. He's missed a couple of free throws here tonight. In fact, Rucker now 7 of 9. Here's Taylor. Taylor wants to give it up, does so. Good look outside now to Brown. Off the screen is Dowdy. Dowdy puts it on the floor. Shot fake, nothing there. Back once again to Renner, guarded by Barnes. Renner drives against Rucker, and a late whistle and a foul. Rucker will send Renner to the line for 2 shots. That's pretty good defense by Barnes. Unfortunately, got picked in that lane. Then it was up to Rucker, and so Rucker picks up the foul. 8:39 remaining, and the free throw by Renner is perfect. Back to an 8-point lead. Second free throw. Renner now with 23 points, make it 24. He has a picture-perfect shot. That stroke, just an excellent through the face, good backspin. Quakers need to get a run going here again, down by 8. Here's Ware. Rucker in the high post. There's the cross again. Rucker will find Barnes. Hutchison on the right side will now put it on the floor with the left hand. Nothing there. And once again, it'll be Barnes taking the screen from Hutchison. Barnes will pull up, and he's going to get fouled, and that's going to be Taylor. And if it is Taylor, that is number 4. It will be a 2-shot foul now for Jamel Barnes, the Muncie Central product, out of the North Central Conference. The Bearcats, 8-time state champions. 8:12 remaining. 59-52. So out of the ball game is Taylor. Wentling will come in out of Cary, Ohio. Most of the young children in Cary, Ohio, their first names are Harry. Second free throw by Barnes. You didn't know that, did you? Is good. They love Harry Carey in Cary, Ohio. 8:10 remaining, 6-point lead. Bluffton basketball. Here's Renner. Handoff now to Brown. They're going to weave out front. It's Cosby, and he turned it over. I wonder if Andrew Renner's related to Jim Renner, who was a 7-footer at Wyoming one time. Jim was our post player, one of our games. 26 points, 14 rebounds. 7:53, Ware on the drive. Down the lane, layup good. Isaiah. And it's back to a 4-point lead. Well, unless one of these two teams gets on a huge run, we're going to see this one go down to the wire, it appears. Here's Brown at the elbow. Off the screen, Dowdy. Posting up as Wentling. They're going to bypass him. This is a small team in here right now for Bluffton. Cosby, pull-up shot, no good from the wing. Rebound Barnes. Here come the Quakers once again. Barnes across the timeline, crosses to the right hand, layup good. Foul will be called, and it's back to a 2-point ball game. Foul's called against Andrew Renner. And Renner just picked up his third or fourth, waiting for the update. And that's going to be number 3 on Renner, and Jamel Barnes at the line. Jamel now with 5 points. He is 3 of 4 from the free throw line in 16 minutes of play. Free throws on the way. It is good. And it is now a 1-point ball game. Beavers again playing with a very small lineup. Nice backdoor cut by Renner. Got the defender in the air, and a foul called against Barnes. Barnes went for the block. Rucker was there as well, and Renner got Barnes in the air and caught a piece of his arm. And now you're going to put one of the better free throw shooters at the line in Renner. Renner, 24 points. He is 9 of 15 shooting here tonight. Now 3 of 3 from the free throw line. Rucker had 20 points at the half, only 4 points in the second half, but Darrell has taken up that scoring slack. He has 11 in the second half, but he's been quiet over the last couple of minutes. Here's that zone trap once again. 61-58. Lead pass intended for Hutchison, and Ware throws it over his head. And all he had to do is reverse it to Barnes and let him take it across the timeline. So the Quakers turn it over. That is going to be turnover, number 16 now by the Quakers. And that is way too many. Quakers again trying to get on the winning side of things in the conference. This is a big home contest early in the HCAC season. Dowdy with the basketball. Renner steps up for 3. No. And the rebound by Brown. Put back good. And he's fouled. That's a big offensive rebound for the Beavers. 6:32 remaining. And Desmond Brown, the 5'10 sophomore, heads to the free throw line. By the way, that last foul called against Isaiah Ware. And the Quakers back down by 6. This is how it has gone here in the second half, where the Quakers get it to within 1, and then the next thing you know, it's 6 or 8 once again. Quaker basketball. Here's Jamel near the timeline. Entry pass high-low to Darrell. Darrell nearly loses it, gets it back. Off the rim, no good. Tipped up by Rucker, no. Renner, nope, that's going to be Wentling with a rebound. Here come the Beavers once again. Here's Cosby down the lane, off the glass, no good. Rebound by Hutchison. Outlet pass to Blake Bonin. Blake will find Ware. Ware cross over the right hand. Nice pass inside, layup good, Hutchison. Beautiful assist by Isaiah Ware, and it's a 4-point ball game. 5:42 to go. Cosby, left side now to Brown. Wentling looks to give it up, does so to Renner. Renner gets the screen, stops. Now we'll find Cosby once again. Baseline Wentling, his shot is short. The rebound, Blake Bonin. Here come the Quakers. Chance to get to within 1 with a 3 right here. 5:20 to go. Now in the second half. Here's Barnes way outside. Now we'll find Rucker at the top, looking to his left. It'll be Bonin at the elbow. Blake driving. That one goes off of the backboard right into the awaiting hands of Isaiah Ware, who lays it in, and we've got a timeout. Sometimes better to be lucky than good, and that's what happened that time for the Quakers on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Bluffton leads it by 2, 5:06 remaining in the second half.
For over a century, Richmond Power & Light has been providing safe, reliable energy to the citizens and businesses of Richmond and the surrounding area. Through their dedicated and talented employees, they are advancing their tradition of exceptional service through new technology, training, and efficiency in everything they do. Richmond Power & Light provides reliable, low-cost energy and technology services in a customer-focused, environmentally responsible, safety-conscious manner. Richmond Power & Light. Together we make powerful partners. Summit Computer Systems is a full-service computer manufacturing and support company founded in 1997. They partner with businesses and individuals to provide computer systems, hardware service, support, design services, high-speed wireless internet, network design, and more. Summit Computers, 1427 Chester Boulevard in Richmond. Give them a call at 939-2120.
Going to give you a scoring update as Renner leading Bluffton with 26 points, 10 by Dowdy, 10 by Cosby. Quakers led Rucker with 24, Hutchison with 13, and Ware with 9. Quakers 16 turnovers, 12 turnovers tonight by Bluffton. But we continue to go back and forth here in the second half. It'll be Beaver basketball. Boy, Quakers get a stop right here. The crowd has been into this one here tonight. Most of the people sitting on our side, very, very vocal here tonight. Back in the ball game, Taylor now for the Beavers. Wentling now on the drive with the left hand. Stops, now reverses, nothing there. Good defense by Hutchison. 10 on the shot clock. Here's Cosby. Cosby driving off the glass. Good. Nice shot by Cosby. Boy, that's good body control by Cosby, the freshman out of Springfield, Ohio. 4:33 to go. El Dasugi back in the ball game for the Quakers with the basketball. Ware at the top, now looks to his right. Blake coming off the screen, launches the three. No. El Dasugi with a rebound, takes it away from Renner. Quakers get a fresh 30 in the shot clock. Ware in the circle. Looks left, goes right to Blake. Now it'll be Hutchison. Darrell starts to penetrate with the left hand, but nothing there. Now gives it up to Blake out front with 15 on the shot clock. Hutchison with the screen. Blake with the drive. Here is Rucker. Rucker throws it up with the right hand. Good. Rucker wasn't pretty, but was able to get it to go down, and the Quakers now trail it by 2 under the 4-minute mark. Jamel Barnes will come back in. With the basketball now is Cosby. Here is Brown at the left elbow. The screen by Taylor. Once again, Cosby. Nearly stolen away by Hutchison. Wentling down the lane with a right hand, little finger roll. Boy, I tell you what, that was nearly stolen away by Hutchison. Half-court zone trap again put together by the Beavers. Here's Hutchison at the left wing. Hutchison guarded by Wentling. Darrell will find Isaiah Ware. Top of the key three, no. Long rebound, El Dasugi. Fresh 30 for the Quakers. Here's Rucker on the drive, runs into Taylor, nearly throws it away. Here's Ware. He will throw it to the right side to Rucker. He'll step back and shoot it and miss the long-range three, and the rebound by Taylor. Boy, Isaiah had the chance to maybe get a little floater in the lane and passed it up, and we have a whistle and we have a timeout on the floor. It will be called by Bluffton. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. 2:56 remaining in this one, and the Quakers trail it by 4.
After the unexpected, expect us. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance of Fayette, Rush, Union, Decatur, and Shelby counties. Auto, home, life, renters, farm, crop, and business coverage. Coverage you need in a language you know. We take customer satisfaction seriously and don't take a cookie-cutter approach to your coverage. For more information, call 800-723-3276 or go to their website, in.farmbureau.com. Today's game is being brought to you by Tri-County Awards in Richmond. customized awards and quality engraving services. When you come to Tri-County Awards, you'll get nothing but the best customer service. We take pride in our prompt service and easy availability. Celebrate success with a gorgeous medal, trophy, or plaque from Tri-County Awards. We've been crafting awards since 1972. Choose from a wide variety of designs and styles. We're a locally owned and family-operated business. Tri-County Awards, 1001 Southeast Street in Richmond.
Back here at the Athletics and Wellness Center, 2:56 remaining. This has been a pretty good ball game here tonight. It's gone back and forth, as we have said, and this may come down to the last possession. It's a 4-point ball game. Both teams have had leads in double digits. The biggest lead of the ball game came a long time ago, back at the start of this one, when the Quakers had a 15-point lead at the 12:36 mark of the first half, and it looked like at that time it was going to be a blowout. But Bluffton coming right back strong. They had 15 straight of their own. And again, their biggest lead was 10 here in the second half at 14:57. 13 on the shot clock. Here's Cosby at the elbow, looking inside to Wentling. Renner off the screen. Wentling bobbles it. He falls to the floor. Quakers come away with the turnover. Bonin with the basketball, 2:32 to go. Here's Barnes way out front. Here comes the screen. Nope, it's going to be Rucker, but late coming up. Hutchison will receive in the high post. Bypasses the pass himself. Hutchison takes it in the lane. Short on the shot. Off the glass. Rucker comes away with it, and Rucker will be fouled. He's going to go to the line for 2. Rucker now with 6 rebounds. The Quakers have out-rebounded Bluffton now 29-23. Both teams still shooting over 50%. Bluffton at 52, the Quakers at 51. And it's probably been a while since we've seen two teams on this floor shoot over 50% each. Aaron Rich will come back in, the 6'5 sophomore. So Renner will stay in. Rich has come in. Now Rich is going to play with the 4 fouls. And by the way, that last foul was called on Taylor. That's his 5th. So Taylor is done for the night. And Rucker misses the free throw. Rucker now 7 of 10 from the line. Second free throw in just a moment. By the way, Taylor leaving the ball game with 9 points. Second free throw by Rucker missed badly off to the right and out of bounds, and that would have been a 2-point ball game. It's going to stay, though, at 2 possessions. Wentling is out. Back in the ball game for the Beavers will be Justice Dowdy. And we're down to 2 minutes and change here in the second half. Renner with the basketball, bouncing once near side to Brown. Brown back to Renner, puts it on the floor immediately, drives, tries to draw the foul, goes to the floor, no whistle. Here's Barnes. Barnes quickly pushing the ball for the Quakers will stop. El Dasugi at the top, hands it off to Stallings, who has checked in. Now to be Isaiah Ware. Ware, nice crossover, fadeaway shot on the way, good. Isaiah Ware. Back to a 2-point lead. Isaiah coming up big tonight as well for the Quakers. He has 11. Here's Cosby. It'll be Brown at the elbow. Trying to post up Dowdy underneath. El Dasugi is there. Dangerous pass now to Cosby. Nearly lost it. Shot clock at 10. He will find Brown. The screen. Brown stops the 3 on the way short. And I think we've got a foul against who? El Dasugi. Ouch. Well, nope, they're going to say it's Rucker. That's a tough call. It looked like to me that maybe Aaron Rich had gotten away with a push-off, but the official, and you know it's a game of angles, he saw something different, and he saw that Rucker commits the foul, and that's going to put Aaron Rich to the line. Rich, by the way, has not scored tonight. Rich coming into this one as that free throw is no good, so they miss one. Rich averages 11.5 points per game, and he's been held scoreless in this one here this evening. Quakers have a chance to tie with 1:06 remaining. Here's Isaiah Ware with the basketball with the left hand, hands off to Bonin. Bounce pass will now find Hutchison on the right wing. Hutchison drives. Spins with the basketball with the left hand. 10 on the shot clock. They'll try to reset it again. Barnes looking for the screen. Back to Darrell against Rich. And offensive foul against Hutchison. And that is a big call against the Quakers. And Hutchison can't believe it. And we've got a timeout on the floor. We just have changes now. Everybody for the Beavers heading to the bench. I haven't seen an official unless it is a media timeout. But no, it's going to be Bluffton calling the timeout right here. We will take a quick break. We'll finish this one up in a moment. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Bluffton leads it by 2.
Mendenhall's True Value in Richmond is your local source for the things you need at home or your business every day. Everything from hardware, tools, carpet cleaner rentals, window and screen repair, lawn and garden supplies, as well as hunting and fishing licenses. It's all in one place at Mendenhall's True Value Hardware, right around the corner at 125 Southwest 5th Street in Richmond. Give them a call for more information at 962-4842.
Hello, my name is Kyle Schwarzkopf. I'm the manager of Kyle's National Road Auto in business in Richmond since 1979. We employ ASE certified technicians and we have over 80 years of experience. We work on all domestics and most European and Japanese cars. Give us a call at 966-1555. Kyle's National Road Auto Service. My name is Kyle Schwarzkopf and I approve this message.
Well, we thought this might come down to the wire, and that has been the case the way these two teams have gone back and forth here tonight. So now we're going to see who's going to finish this thing out. Well, that's a tough call against Darrell, though, as he comes out of the ball game. They'll get him back in for offensive purposes, but with Darrell picking up his 4th, they don't want to risk having him foul out of the ball game. 13 points all coming in the second half. 45 seconds remaining. Quakers will get the ball back. Good look now out front to Brown. Here's Cosby once again. Renner will set that screen, but then slides. Cosby hands off to Renner. Rich will be on his left side, Brown on his right side. 10 on the shot clock. They'll go 1-4 low. Here's Renner on the drive, pulls up on the way, hangs and misses. Rebound by Stallings. Here come the Quakers, and Earlham's going to call a timeout as well. 16.6 seconds remaining. Will the Quakers be able to get a full timeout right here? And it appears that they will. A full timeout on the board. We'll take a timeout as well. Quakers will set it up to try to at least tie this ball game. This is Earlham Basketball and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
I got this.
I got this.
I got this.
At Harrington Hogue, we believe your life belongs to you. That's why we work hard to make sure that your insurance coverage is the last thing you have to worry about. So when it comes to keeping you protected,
we got this.
.6 remaining here as the Quakers will, well, they're either going to try to win it or they're going to try to tie it. There's certain philosophies about winning and tying ball games. I think if I'm the Quakers right now, I try to tie this thing up. Right now, you have Taylor out of the ball game. Rich has 4 fouls. Right now, Darrell has 4, and Darrell's going to come back in the ball game. So here we go. See what Jason Polikoff sets up for the Quakers. Shot clock is off. 16.6 remaining. Rucker on the drive. Off the glass. Good. Ties the ball game at 68. 10 seconds remaining. Here's Renner. He's going to bring it across the timeline. Renner on the drive. Renner pulls up on the way. No, and the ball is loose. Last second shot, no good, and we're going to go to overtime. So some free basketball headed our way as we will head to overtime here tonight at the Athletics and Wellness Center. Stay right there. The OT is coming up next. This is Earlham Basketball and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Our community. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we play. At West End Bank, we're not just in the community, we're a part of the community. And that's why we support over 100 programs for local nonprofits and schools, including our financial literacy program that positively impacts countless students throughout the area. You bank locally, so we give back locally to watch people grow with endless possibilities.
Some people are born lucky. Other people take luck into their own hands, avoid stepping on sidewalk cracks, and wouldn't dare walk under a ladder. But whether you're born with luck or make your own, when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance today or visit them online at infarmbureau.com to purchase an auto policy. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Well, we're going to go to overtime. An extra 5 minutes put on the clock in the first overtime as these two teams, why not? I mean, we've seen just about everything in this one here tonight. Lead changes of double digits both ways. Quakers again go back to the beginning of this ball game in which they led 20-5 and a 15-0 run put together by the Beavers. And ever since then, we've just kind of gone back and forth this entire game. Rucker, by the way, 28 points, 13 by Hutchison, Ware with 11, Renner with 26, Cosby with 12, and Dowdy with 10. So here we go. 5 minutes in overtime. Quakers win the tip. Boy, this would be big to get a win here tonight. Want to win these home games in the HCAC. If you're planning on making it into the postseason tournament, Darrell on the drive, shot on the way, no good. Rucker with a rebound, put back, yes. And Rucker does it again for the Quakers, now 30 points by Q Rucker. Here's Bluffton basketball. Rich down on the low block. Rich backing Rucker in, steps aside, missed the layup, and the Quakers have a chance to now build on a 2-point lead. By the way, Rich, we mentioned, hasn't scored tonight. He's averaging 11 points per game. Blake with the basketball between the circles. High post now to Rucker. Rucker one dribble, hands off to Ware, who'll bring it out top. Back to Rucker underneath. Rucker loses it. Turnover Quakers. That's number 18 of the night. Here come the Beavers back the other way. In the corner is Brown for three, no good. And the Quakers make sure they're a one and done as Ware will bring it back across the midcourt line and set it up now to Jamel Barnes. 3:52 to go here in the overtime. Here's Hutchison at the right wing. Back outside now to Barnes. Will swing it near side to Ware. Ware at the left elbow beyond the three-point line with 10 on the shot clock. Darrell bouncing intended for Rucker. Rucker runs it down. Kicks it off now to Barnes. Drives and scores. He goes to the floor, but a strong move to the basket. And the Quakers now leaded by 4. 3:27 to go. It'll be Beaver basketball. Aaron Rich. Off now to Brown. Brown gets the screen by Rich. Back now to Rich on the low block. Kicks it to Brown at the top. 14 on the shot clock now for the Beavers. Here's Renner. Renner against Barnes. Rich again at the top. Wide open is Dowdy. Bypasses the shot. Back to Renner. Steps between the two defenders. Ball is loose. Renner goes to the floor and a shot clock violation against the Beavers. Turnover Bluffton. Good defense again for the Quakers. Earlham coming off that loss to Anderson, trying to go to 1-1 in the conference, get to 2-5 overall, but again, the conference win here tonight would be huge. 2:50 to go. In the OT, Quakers leaded by 4. That is Ware out front against Cosby. A little 1-4 low here as Ware will control it out front. 10 on the shot clock. That is Hutchison on the high screen. Ware takes the screen, drives back to Hutchison, stops, back to Ware. Three-pointer on the way, short, and the long rebound Brown. Here come the Beavers, down by 4. Here is again Cosby with the basketball. Gets the screen from Rich. Cosby stops against Bonin, blocked by Rucker. Rucker 30 points tonight and a big block right there. Quaker defense comes up big once again. 2:09 remaining. Blake across the midcourt line, guarded by Brown. Quaker spread the floor right here as Blake. Be careful with that left hand. You know, we get caught pushing off and get an offensive foul. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Rucker sets the high screen. Blake on the drive, stops, fires, and can't get it to go, and he got hit in the face. No whistle, and he's going to come out of the lineup. Stallings is in. Eldasugi coming in, so Darrell will sit down. Darrell, of course, with a 4 foul, so they play offense, defense, and Blake's going to go out, still holding his nose. Here's Rich, hands off to Renner. Renner from 15, good. Renner. Boy, he gets a look like that. He's almost automatic. 1:32 to go. Back to a 2-point lead now for Earlham. That is Ware across the midcourt line. Ware gets the screen from Eldasugi. Quakers have run that shot clock down the last 2 possessions. Now it'll be Barnes at the midcourt circle. 1:14 on the game clock, 8 on the shot clock. Barnes on the drive, left hand no, and the rebound by Dowdy. Not a good possession for the Quakers on that one. Outlet pass to Cosby. Cosby bouncing underneath to Rich. Got the defender in the air, scores, and he goes to the line. So Rich getting his first basket of the night. We mentioned he's averaging 11 points per game. And it couldn't come at a better time for Bluffton. 59.5 seconds remaining. Foul went against Rucker. That's his 3rd. And here's Rich at the line to try to give the Beavers a 1-point lead, and he will not. Tied at 72, under a minute to go. Blake across the midcourt line to Ware. Once again, Rucker in the high post. The cross. Darrell was there, but the pass was too short. Turnover Quakers. That's 19 turnovers for Earlham. Beavers basketball, and they're going to call a timeout with 39.8 seconds remaining. There'll be 24 seconds on the shot clock. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard in overtime, we're tied at 72.
Since 1994, Beach Automotive has provided motorists in the Richmond area with comprehensive auto repair services that include car and truck care, alignment, brakes, tires, engine, transmission, and more. You'll be hard-pressed to find the same level of expertise that our auto mechanic specialists provide. For a high-performing vehicle, trust Beach Automotive. To learn more, call 765-966-8181. Beach Automotive, 110 East Main Street, Richmond.
Big Boys Pizza is now open in Richmond, located at 1015 East Main Street, next door to the Civic Theater. The menu has great sandwiches, pasta, salads, and of course, pizza. Come dine in, carry out, or have your food delivered day or night, at home or at the office. Other locations are in Connorsville and Brookville. Bring in a sports ticket after any game and receive 10% off your purchase. Ticket must be dated for the same day as your purchase. Dine in, take out, or delivery, Big Boys Pizza. 765-488-0023.
Tied at 72, the Quakers in their last possession, a huge turnover, and now Bluffton. 24 seconds remaining on their shot clock, so we've got a difference of 15.8 seconds between the game clock and the shot clock. So at some point, Quakers will get the basketball back and have one last opportunity. Rich will inbound. You see him right there just in front of the Bluffton bench. And let's see what the Beavers will do to set it up here. Will they go to Renner again? Here's Cosby getting the high screen. Renner slips off that screen. Now it'll be Dowdy. Dowdy back to Renner. Renner has 28 points. Renner checks the clock. 8 seconds. 7 on the shot clock. Turning. Got the defender in the air. Steps under. Misses. Rebound tipped up. No good. And coming away with it, Rich. Back outside now to Dowdy. And the shot clock is off. Beavers will have the final shot of this overtime. Here's Renner. Will he take it? Renner lost it. Quakers get it back. 2 seconds remaining. And we've got a whistle and a timeout by the Quakers. They may put some more time on the clock right now at 1.3. The baseball team says there should be 3 seconds. And what are they going to put on there? We're going to keep it here until we find out how much time they're going to put on the clock. The Quakers have gotten, I think, a full time out of this. It still says 1.3. The officials, you can see, well, you don't see them right now, but the three are talking in mid-court. But they haven't really appeared like they're going to go back and put any time on the clock. And at 1.3, you don't have a ton of time. You're going to have to throw something toward the basket would be my guess if you can. So somebody's going to have a pretty good arm to get the throw where they want it to go. If not, we're going to head to double overtime. We would have to look to see. I don't remember the last time the Quakers, at least here at home, had been in a double overtime situation. Quick update on the scoring. Rucker 30, Hutchison with 13, Ware with 11. By the way, Ware has played 43 minutes tonight, Rucker 41. A lot of minutes put in. Brown, by the way, has played 45 minutes tonight for Bluffton. Renner has played 44, and Cosby's played 42. Renner 28 points, Dowdy 10, Cosby with 12. So there you see Stallings was ready to take it out of bounds, and they got to look to see what they're going to do. So the Beavers said, you know what, we're going to call a timeout. And then it'll be back over to the Quakers to decide, do they change what their original plan was and draw something else up? And then you have to think, well, the Beavers might have to take another timeout and then adjust to that one. But, 1.3, you're going to have a really quick catch and shoot. You don't have a whole lot of time. You might get one dribble out of 1.3, but you can't waste a whole lot of time with a basketball. And there you see the head coach, Jason Polikoff, and his team preparing for possibly a game winner or a double overtime. So now once the Beavers and Guy Neal, their head coach, they have the first horn already. They're probably going to get a warning here pretty quick to let's get moving. But again, they didn't change the time, so it is still at 1.3. And so now Isaiah Ware will inbound instead of Stallings. So Ware, what's he going to look for right here? He's going to have to hurry. Ball tipped at midcourt, and guess what? That was a long 1.3, by the way, and that's going to do it for the first overtime. We will head to overtime number 2. Tied at 72 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard.
Wish me luck, wish me luck. We've all said it. Thing is, life doesn't run on luck. For most people, it takes careful planning. A lot more than, say, crossing your fingers or toes. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Because as your life changes, your life insurance coverage should do the same. And when it comes to your coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Best One Tire and Service has been committed to our partners since 1948. With more than 250 locations in 26 states, Best One puts over 1 million tires on the road every year. Superior tires, expert service, competitive prices. Best One Tire and Service, where the best costs less.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark with Best One of Richmond. Because Best One is one of Bridgestone's largest retailers, we offer exclusive Bridgestone savings. Visit us in Richmond to save on Bridgestone tires today.
Well, we're going to go to the second overtime, so another 5 minutes of free basketball here tonight as the Quakers and the Beavers battling it out once again. Trying to get that big win in the HCAC. This one probably a little bit more important for the Quakers, not to say take anything away from the Beavers, but the Quakers, you want to win these games at home in the Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference if you plan on playing in the postseason. So we will jump it up again. Rich had a chance to give the Beavers the lead. He missed that free throw. Of course, Rucker missed a couple of free throws as well. So now we're going to do it again, and it'll be Quaker basketball. Hutchison pulls up, jumper on the way, missed everything, and the rebound by Dowdy. So the first possession for the Quakers, one and done. Beavers basketball. Rich will bypass that long-range jumper. Here's Brown on the way. Three-pointer good. Big bucket by Brown. 75-72. So here's Barnes across the timeline. It'll be Ware with the basketball with a left-hand dribble. Now Stallings out front. Stallings will pivot, give it off now to Ware. Here's Hutchison, the handoff to Stallings. Once again, Darrell. They're looking inside to Rucker. Rucker's had the hot hand tonight. Rucker, pull-up shot on the way, good. They haven't found a way to stop him all night tonight. 32 points now by Rucker on 12 of 17 shooting. Beavers lead it now by 1 here in the second overtime. Rich off the high post, handoff Renner. Renner driving, draws contact, basket good. The official underneath said the defender was straight up and down, and now the Quakers down by 3 at 3:45 to go. Ware with the basketball, now will find Hutchison. He'll swing it left side at the elbow now to Stallings. Stallings with the right hand in the circle, forces up the shot. No, that's probably not the shot they're looking for right there. Blake Bonin will come back in, and now the Beavers with a 3-point lead in the second overtime with the basketball. Here's Brown, cross-court pass to Cosby, pulls up, short jumper way short. It goes out of bounds, and the Beavers give it up. So here's Blake in, Stallings coming out. I'm sure Polykoff will tell him that probably wasn't the shot we were looking for in that situation. 3:17 remaining now here in the second overtime. But the way this game has gone here tonight, believe me, 3 points is not a big deal. Both teams have come back from double-digit deficits all night long. Bonin will find Hutchison. They're looking underneath again to Rucker. Here's Ware. Nearly falls down off the dribble. Now it'll be Barnes deep in the left corner. Barnes, right-hand drive, right-hand shot, no good. He's a left-hander, and they let him play through that one as well. And the Quakers again, one and done. Back the other way we go. Jameel Cosby with the basketball. Here is Brown. Stops, fires, and hits it. Another big bucket by Brown. And the Quakers down by 5, and a timeout by Earlham. 2:29 remaining in the second overtime. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Quakers trail it by 5.
Kate's Cages is the #1 indoor training facility for baseball and softball in Richmond by far. With top flight instructors, you will learn how to play the game the right way. Everything from pitching, hitting, catching, and fielding. Kate's Cages will also have the opportunity to participate in triple play fall ball, the softball academy, individual and team camps, and individual private workouts. Kate's Cages Baseball and Softball Indoor Training Facility, 1366 Rose City Boulevard. Call 993-2353 for more information.
At First Bank Richmond, we provide you with an excellent banking experience. Whether it's personal checking, savings, mortgage loans, consumer loans, retail lending, or trust and investments, you can count on First Bank Richmond. First Bank Richmond has been serving the Richmond area since 1887. For more information, give them a call at 962-2581 or go to their website at firstbankrichmond.com.
79-74, we were watching during the timeout. Some of the Earlham baseball team members were dancing, and it's really not a pretty sight. It should be something that should be banned from public consumption. It was ugly. No rhythm at all in any of those guys. All right, here we go. Quakers now have to find a way here with the 2:29 remaining. Get a bucket right here. After the timeout, it'll be Ware to Barnes. Barnes back to Hutchison. He's been quiet lately. Now it'll be Rucker. Rucker in the lane. Pull-up shot on the way. Got a nice roll. Rucker with the hot hand here tonight, back to a 3-point lead. Rucker now 34 points on 13 of 18 shooting. Here's Brown, gets the screen. Out front now to Rich. Gowdy thought about the three. Gives it back once again near side to Cosby. Gowdy once again will find Cosby. 6 on the shot clock. Cosby, three-pointer, missed it, but followed his shot. Gets the rebound, put back, no! Boy, that one just rolls off the rim. Rebound Hutchison. Darrell picking up his 6th rebound of the night. Minute 35 remaining. Blake with the basketball way out front. Now it'll be Hutchison at the top. They're looking again for Rucker. Here's Barnes on the right wing, just in front of the Earlham bench. Now it's Rucker. Rucker pivots. Now powers himself in. Back to Hutchison. Drives down the lane. Darrell misses. And the rebound pulled down by Andrew Renner. Boy, that one just off the front of the rim as well. 1:09 remaining in the second overtime. Rich posting up underneath. They'll work it around the perimeter now to Brown. Coming out front will be Cosby. Cosby between the circles. Brown to his left. Renner to his right. Handing off to Renner way out front. 4 on the shot clock. Renner, pull-up baseline shot way short. Rebound by Cosby. And they'll get a fresh 30. That's a huge rebound, and then Barnes makes the tackle at around the 50-yard line as he brings Cosby down short of the first down. Pretty good football call there, huh? Jamel thought he was suiting up football again. 42.1. So going to the line will be Jameel Cosby, 6-foot freshman out of Springfield, Ohio. Cosby, 12 points. First time at the free throw line tonight, it looked like it. He needs one right here to make it a 2-possession game. If not, the Quakers have a chance to tie with a 3. Second free throw by the freshman on the way. That one looked much better. So back to a 4-point lead. Here's Bonin across the timeline. Now to beware, Rucker between the circles way outside. Now it's Barnes on the left wing. Barnes deep in the corner now with the right hand. Bonin coming off the screen. It'll be Rucker once again on the drive. Rucker down the lane, scores again. And is back to a 2-point ball game. Quakers are going to get another timeout right here on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Quakers down by 2 with 22.5 seconds remaining here in the second overtime.
Hello, my name is Kyle Schwarzkopf. I'm the manager of Kyle's National Road Auto and business in Richmond since 1979. We employ ASE certified technicians and we have over 80 years of experience. We work on all domestics and most European and Japanese cars. Give us a call at 966-1555. Kyle's National Road Auto Service. My name is Kyle Schwarzkopf and I approve this message.
At the Reed Orthopedic Center, our physicians and support team devote themselves to helping you return to a healthy and active lifestyle. Our expertise includes shoulder, elbow, foot, ankle, hand, wrist, hip, and knee injuries, as well as pain management and rehabilitation, and school athletic training programs and sports medicine. We are committed to providing you with the best possible orthopedic treatment that we can. To request an appointment at the Reed Orthopedic Center, call 765-935.
We are tied at 80 here in the double overtime. 11.4 seconds remaining as the Beavers ended up missing a couple of free throws, and then Quakers come back, tie the ball game, and now they're going to try to get both teams back out there. We'd gone off there for a moment. We weren't quite sure why, but another timeout on the floor, this time by Bluffton. So we will take a quick timeout as well on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. We're tied at 80.
As an internet service provider, Parallax Systems offers reliable residential high-speed internet service and business service. With a fiber backbone reaching over 150 miles, we have created a multifaceted delivery system. Our dark fiber leasing has proved beneficial to public and private sectors alike. Parallax serves Wayne County and surrounding areas. Parallax Systems, when speed matters, a division of Richmond Power and Light.
New Vision Sports is a training program that focuses on the training and improvement of the serious-minded athlete, including all ages and skill levels. From creating customized workout plans to providing ongoing motivation and support, New Vision strives to help you achieve your training goals. Their trainers use a variety of effective workout plans based on your specific goals. New Vision Sports, 977-5831, or go to their website, newvisionsports.com. That's New Vision Sports with a Z.
All right, 12.4 on the clock as we are now down to possibly going to a triple overtime. It will be Beaver basketball. If you're the Beavers, you put it on the floor as quickly as you can and you go right to the basket. Here's Renner across the timeline. Renner's the go-to guy. Renner stops, up and under, off the glass. Got it! Big bucket by Renner. 3 seconds to go, and this one is over. That one from midcourt from 3, and Renner does it for the Beavers, and that's your final score. In double overtime on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Bluffton beats Earlham 80-80. We'll come back with the final numbers in a moment right here in Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Mancino's is family-friendly, serving fresh grinders, pizza, pasta, and salads daily. They serve great food priced for family budgets. And whether it's one of their homemade grinders, salads, or pizza, there's sure to be something for everyone in your family. Our baking process may cost a little more and take more time, but the end result of freshness and flavor make the real difference in all of Mancino's award-winning products. Mancino's of Richmond. Give them a call at 966-1161 or go to their website, mancinosofrichmond.com.
Well, a big win here tonight for Bluffton and a heartbreaker for the Quakers as Earlham loses it by a final of 80-80. And Renner hits the game winner. Boy, that one bounced around the rim there. Seemed like it was going to take forever either to go in or come off the rim, but Renner hits the game winner, and the Quakers lose a tough one here tonight. And with the loss, Earlham now 0-2 in conference play. They are 1-6 overall. The Beavers now 5-2 overall and 1-1 in the HCAC. You can read all the final stats on GoEarlham.com, but a quick highlight. Renner, by the way, led Bluffton with 32 points tonight. Cosby 13, Brown with 10, Dowdy with her line 36 points in 46 minutes. Hutchison had 13, all in the second half, and then it is a 4 o'clock start time. It is a men's and women's doubleheader. We'll have both games again for you right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports. But your final score on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Bluffton beats Earlham in double overtime, 80-80. Thanks for being with us. This has been Earlham Basketball on Radio Troy Digital Sports.